today we're doing something a little different. This is purely a learning rounds. We're not going to discuss any particular case from the CLSC today, but we are going to talk through some cases and how we can better use a tool that's on the desktops at the CLSC, a tool that's meant to be a resource for residents and staff, a place to find information and to find patient education tools. So with that, we're going to have a little presentation by one of the creators of these tools. Her name is Katie Ray Jarvis, and she has been working on this project as a volunteer at the CLSC since, oh man, maybe 2018. So she knows the most about this than anyone I know. So she's going to introduce this tool to us today. And then after she's introduced the tool, I'm going to give her some cases. And she's going to show us how we might use the Trello boards to help us with practical cases that might come into our office. Let me tell you a few more things about Katie Ray. She is a physiology student at McGill in her second year, and she came as a volunteer to our clinic looking for a chance to just see how family medicine functions. And Dr. Heather Rubenstein at the time was looking for a way to better share articles, learning articles with residents. And so the idea was that we would take all these great articles that Heather Rubenstein and others find in the literature, and that we would post them in a central place that was easily accessible, kind of like a filing cabinet in a way, but a place where residents and staff could go to know, like, have access to up-to-date information and tools that would help them in clinical practice. So that's a little history of it. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Katie Jarvis, who's going to give us a presentation. I just gave you access there. I'll let you take it away. You can tell us about the boards, and then when you're ready for the cases, let me know, and I'm going to present the cases to Katie Ray today.
Wonderful, thank you. Well, hello.
We can't hear you, Katie. Just a second.
Can you hear me
off?
now? So I could
Try
hear
again
her.
to turn it on.
Can everyone hear me?
Well, that's weird. We can't. Can anybody else hear her? You can hear her. Okay, so maybe it's a problem with me. Oh, there we go. Sorry, it's my problem, my end. Okay, with that, sorry, that was totally a me not turning up my volume. Go.
Okay, well, hello everyone. Thank you for having me today. I am happy to be here with you all virtually, and I'm hoping that this presentation will help you all better know how to use this resource that's available to you all. So I created a little presentation. I'm just going to share my screen, and then we can get going. Here we go. Wonderful. Okay. So this is kind of what I've named it. I tried to encompass what this tool is, but it's a clinical tool. The platform that we use is Trello, and basically what it is it's a filing cabinet, as my mother was saying. It's a resource where we have piled a bunch of articles together and resources for you in one central location for you to access. And so there are two separate tools that we have. So there is one that is family medicine articles. So these are more towards your learning as physicians. And then there's also patient education reservoir. So that is more handouts for patients, whether it be physiotherapy exercises or information about how to handle diabetes, whatever it may be, that would be found in that resource. So they're on two separate portals. And so here, this is a picture, a screenshot of one of the desktops at the CLSC. And so if you can see here, this is what the two icons look like. So FAM Med articles is the family medicine article resource, and then education, that is the patient education resource. They might not always be in the top right-hand corner. They might be somewhere else on your desktop, but that is what they look like. Kind of a bluish icon with two white rectangles on it, but they're on every desktop. They should be on there. And they're available to all of you at the CLSC, to all the CLSC staff, and they should be on all the desktops. And if you click on them, this is what will come up. If you click on the family medicine article one, a big board like this will come up. This is kind of what the format is, a bunch of boards like this. And so I thought I would take you through what this all means, why there are different colors. And so here we have at the top, right now it's in alphabetical order. But at the top here in purple, it's more information for the clinic. So telemedicine information and COVID information. That's more information useful right now, but going forward for sure that will continue to be useful in the future. And so it's all resources to do with phone appointments, translation services over the phone, COVID clinics, all of that would be found there. And the same with all the clinics at the hospital. So that's just general information's in those purple boxes. And then
I'm going to jump in, Katie, just to tell about the second one, because Katie, this was actually made by our IT department. And I just want to tell everybody that the JGH Accueil clinics, these are the documents needed to send people to the rapid access clinics at the Jewish General Hospital. They tried to put these formulaires on Mile, and they weren't allowed, or they weren't successful in doing it. And so the information about those clinics is actually posted in that filing cabinet on the FAMmed articles, because we just were trying to find a central location for them. So if you haven't looked in that before, take a look so you can see how you can access the rapid access referrals to the clinics at the Jewish hospital. Okay, sorry, that's a new board, so I just want to make sure you know why it's there. It's not all information from the Jewish hospital, it's just for the rapid access clinics. Teresa has raised her hand, so let's let Teresa ask her question, Katie, and then I'm going to pass it back to you.
Hi, Katie. So I'm actually in front of a computer right now. So I'm trying to just click on the Trellos and follow along from here. And I'm finding that your screenshot, I don't like, so if I go into the family medicine articles one, I don't know, I can't seem to find a Trello board that looks exactly like yours, maybe because things got shifted around or things aren't updated.
So
I only have one purple box, for example, on the one I'm looking at.
So there's different ways for them to be ordered. So here, this is in French, but you can order them however you'd like when you go on.
Okay.
You can order them alphabetically, or you can order them by ones you most
often.
Got
it. Okay, now I'm exactly on your page. Thanks for that.
Teresa, I'm glad you asked, because Katie showed earlier, but in the top left corner, Katie, can you scroll your mouse over there where it says, how to order them? If she's ordered them alphabetically, and you probably had them ordered a different way.
Yep. So thank you. Now I'm literally on the same page.
Yeah, but it depends, and it might be helpful for you if there's different ways of ordering it, like ordering it in ones that you access most often. If that's more helpful for you too, then that's another way of using this tool also. And so that's another helpful way of ordering the boards. And so this is just a screenshot of it, and I'll take us to the board soon and show and click on things and open it up so it's easier to see instead of just looking at the screenshot. But quickly before we go into that, I'll just show again, there's the red boards. These aren't yet into the actual articles. These are also more information-based boards, more learning-based boards about how to prepare for exams for residents or faculty development things, or just general information about taking care of immigrants or pharmacy information, just general phone numbers or general exam preparation, things like that. So that would be found there. That doesn't have any articles in it. And then anything in blue that we have ordered and separated and categorized all by, I guess the best term we could say by specialty almost, or by body system. And it kind of goes into articles that target those specific specialties. So cancer, cardiology, geriatrics, and I'll take you to look at those boards now and what they look like and how you can find specific articles in there. And so that's the family medicine articles. And the patient education one, same thing. There aren't any information boards there, but there are just article patient handouts. They're ordered the same way, but just by, I guess we could call it by systems or by specialties. And so that was really all I had in terms of screenshots. I think the best way to really see how it works is to go and look at it now. And so I'm going to pull that up for us, and we can take a look at it. Here we go. So I've pulled up my screen. So these are, I know that they're found at the CLSC, but one trick is if you want to have access to these boards at home, you can just copy paste the link here when you open it up on your desktop at the CLSC, copy paste it and put it on your phone or email it to yourself, and then you have access to these boards at home or wherever you're at. And so that might be nice for you.
Yeah, I need to jump in to explain why this is done, just so people are aware. But this software Trello is, it's possible to be password protected and to have people sign in so that the information there is protected and whatnot. We've chosen not to do that for the moment because it requires a lot of back-end support from administrators to make sure people are registered and on the boards and whatnot. So for the moment, we haven't done that. It may become an issue that we have to do that in the future, but for the moment, Katie is correct that you can copy these links and use them. I wouldn't advertise or send this around widely, because if we do, then we may end up needing to password protect it. But if you want to use it at the CLSC and keep the links for use at home, you're welcome to do that at the moment. We'll see if that changes in the future, but it's possible to access it elsewhere without a password at this moment. Okay, sorry, back to you.
No worries. And so before we head into cases and kind of learning how to use the boards, I'll go into family medicine ones here. Can everyone see the screen properly? Yeah, okay, perfect. Okay, so I'll just open up one of the boards so we can kind of look at it. So right now I have it ordered alphabetically, and I can just click on a board and it opens up, and you can scroll left and right. And these, as time has gone over the past many years, we've been adding articles from multiple different well-known journals, from websites associated with these, with endocrinology, or whether it be the cancer associations, and been putting them on here and updating them yearly based on when articles have been updated or when guidelines have been updated. So here are the diabetes guidelines. We have the new ones up here for 2020. And so if you're looking for the guidelines here, you would open this up and you could find them here. And you could look and scroll, you could print it even. You can download or print. And so most of them are PDFs. And we have tried when